the hat okay? Or hair?
Don't put the hat
My hair screwed up?
Yeah. Hey campers, welcome to another episode of Virtual Companion Camp. I hope you guys are having fun at home, snuggling with your quarantine companions. Remember to send us pictures of your pets at home so we can feature them on our website. So today we have a really cool episode because this is April 1st, the Animal Cruelty Prevention Month. And starting this Sunday, it is Animal Cruelty Officer Appreciation Week. So in celebration of Animal Cruelty Officer Appreciation Week, we brought in a special guest from Fort Bend County, Animal Cruelty Investigator Kruesel. Thanks for being here. So
Yes.
I have a couple questions for you. First one, why did you want to become an animal cruelty investigator?
Well, I've been a police officer for a lot of years, and I knew I wanted to get into something that was more investigative than regular street patrol. But I've always had animals. I've lived on a farm before with cows and donkeys and everything, and I've always had dogs and chickens and cats and stuff. And so when this position became available at my department, I knew this is exactly what I wanted to do.
Cool. Do you have any animals?
I do. I've got currently 3 dogs. One is a foster from Fort Bend County Animal Shelter. And I've got another 2 dogs, Hooligan and Ditzy, and Goober is the name we gave to the foster animal, and we've got 3 chickens.
Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so we know that you were part of the team that saved 222 animals from a seizure in Katy. So those 222 animals were at one person's house. You were there, so can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was a hoarder situation. The lady had way too many animals for her to take care of. I think she was doing the best she can, but the animals were not receiving the care that they needed to receive. And so therefore, a lot of the animals were really sick. The inside of the house was really yucky. There was a whole lot of poop and pee. And just in general, the state of being in there was pretty unsanitary. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's crazy. Do you see cases like that often where there's hundreds of animals at one person's house?
I don't see cases like that often. Statistically,
That's good.
yeah, statistically, I've heard it said that there's one in every neighborhood. I don't know if there's that many with that many animals, but certainly a situation where somebody has too many animals to care for, that does happen all the time.
Yeah. So with those animals that you guys helped save, where did they go after you took them from her house?
So they went to the Houston Humane Society, who those guys here are the superstars of that whole situation. They showed up with their trucks and volunteers and stuff and helped me gather all the animals out of the house there. Sometimes I use Spark if it's in Houston. Sometimes I use Fort Bend County Animal Services if it's just 1 or 2 animals and they're nearby and it's a dire situation or something. But my primary resource for where animals go is going to be Houston Humane Society.
Great. So what are the signs that an animal is being treated cruelly?
That's a great question. So the way I always explain it to people is that the proof is in the pudding. What the law says is that a person commits an offense if they fail unreasonably to provide necessary food, water, care, or shelter for a non-livestock animal. If it's a livestock animal, it's the same thing, just minus shelter. But a person commits an offense if they fail unreasonably to provide necessary food, water, care, or shelter for an animal. What makes it unreasonable or necessary care, food, water, shelter is if it's something that it causes the animal's condition to decline if they don't have that thing. So if you see an animal that is showing skeletal structure, you can see their ribs, you can see their spine, they look really, really ill. They are lethargic. there looks like there's something wrong with the animal. It's not really rocket science. Any person can look at an animal that's in a cruelty situation and say, that animal looks like they're being cruelly treated. If you see the condition of an animal declining because of a lack of something that it should be getting, that could likely be animal cruelty.
Okay. And so if people are seeing animal cruelty, what can they do to prevent it?
Well, first thing is, if you're a person, just in the case of the hoarder, if you're a person that has too many animals, I'd say, first of all, you as an individual, do the right thing and find homes for these animals, and you might be able to talk to Houston Humane Society about having them take some of the load off, because you can face criminal charges for each one of the animals that you are keeping in that condition. But if you're just a person who sees animal cruelty and you have a heart for animals, I'd say you can call 832-927-PAWS or go to 927paws.org, and you can submit a report there that will come to me if it's in Fort Bend County. It'll go to somebody in Harris County if it's in Harris County. Either way, you can still go to the website or call the phone number and report it. Again, that's 832-927-PAWS or 927paws.org.
Wow, great. Okay, thanks for all that information. So next it's time to meet one of those survivors that Investigator Kruesel saved. So our featured dog is Leslie. He's a 2-year-old terrier mix, and he was saved from that situation with 222 animals. So let's check him out. We got our behavior coordinator over here, Ashley, who's going to talk to us about practicing patience with animal cruelty dogs. So this is Leslie, who was a survivor of animal cruelty. Okay, Ashley.
So I want everybody to keep in mind that this doesn't just apply to our animal crimes dogs. This applies to all of our dogs, especially our shelter animals. But with AC animals in particular, we need to give them a lot more patience and make sure that they are developing emotionally and mentally the way that they should. We need to keep in mind also that their predispositions and their past and their current experiences all work into who this animal is. So just a couple of things I want to talk about today is how to approach an animal from this kind of case, what to do, what not to do, just stuff like that. So I like to always tell people, especially for these AC dogs, don't force any contact on them. You can approach, but get low, get on their level. Don't loom over them. Don't directly go for a pet. In many cases, they're entirely too scared for that. Just get on their level. Wait to see any signs of reciprocation. Are they approaching you? Are they sniffing? Are they offering a head bow, a belly rub? If you see visibly that the animal is reciprocating, then it's acceptable to touch. Also, direct eye contact is always to be avoided, especially with dogs that have triggers rooted in anxiety and fear. Direct eye contact in the animal world is actually it's challenging and it's intimidating. So avoid long stares with animals. I always have taught myself to keep them in your peripheral vision, but don't stare directly into their eyes. And also another really important thing, and this goes for dealing with not just animal behavior, but this applies in animal training. Know your animal's threshold, know their time limit. Just like in dog training, once you've lost an animal's concentration, the session should end. And the same goes for these AC animals. If you see that they're getting frustrated or, what you're doing just isn't working, take a break, step away, and resume at another time.
Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. So, in honor of Animal Cruelty Officer Appreciation Week, we wanted to present the Certificate of Appreciation to Animal Investigator Kruesel for his dedicated service to animals in need. Thank you so much
Okay,
for
thank
what
you.
you do.
Thank you.
And remember, guys, we're still open by appointment only. You can still take your pets, these new pets home with only a $25 adoption fee thanks to Bissell Pet Foundation. So you guys don't forget, tune in this Friday. We'll be checking out horses and donkeys. Like, comment, and share this video. And send us your pictures of your quarantine companions. Bye.